I gotta. All right.
Yep,
Yeah. Yeah. Just getting the right screwdriver in there.
Yeah.
Start little and go big. So, this is the underside of Steve's F-150. I'm going to be driving this next week to Formula Drift Road, Atlanta. That's the factory diff that's never had the fluid changed in it. So we're going to do that today. Good thing about this, it's full drive and has bigger tires on it, is I'll jack it up. So I'll spray everything with lubricant. As you can see. Let it soak. Got the gasket, Steve's out there. And then I'll start breaking everything loose, get the fluid changed. This should be easy. So I'll catch you in a little video here of everything you'll need to do this. So let's get started. Just give you a quick rundown of what you need, what I suggest, and we'll go from there. The first thing you're going to need, of course, the gasket. That's your part number. They had these in stock. It was like 14 bucks. There's two. There's this weird shape and then there's perfect round shape. Verify which one you need because apparently this truck came with two. They're all 13 millimeters. I recommend 13 millimeter ratchet, a long one and a flex head. And then as you'll see on the top, one of them is behind a brake line. So that's when I switched to that. I broke it loose with this, what's there. If you have trouble, breaker bar, penetrating lubricant of some form, let it spray. What I did was I sprayed it, drove it, let it get hot, then they come right out. You'll need 3 quarts, 75 140. It takes like 2.7, and a pump to put them in. My pump will not reach all the way down, so we've cut one. And what I'm going to do is just pump out of here, refill it with that, just on and on until it's full. Parts cleaner. Steve's cleaning off the cover. You also need a razor knife or a razor blade to take the old, this has RTV, to shave that off. Plus I use a little bit of parts cleaner to get the edges off. To get the gasket cover off, what I did was I took screwdrivers. Started with the little one, and then just went to that one and hammered it in on the side. I let it come in, decided with another one, decided with another one, until I got up to this big one. Once I got the big one in there, you could hear it pop, pop, and I just kind of, when I get my fingers in, it just kind of, once I got my fingers in, at that point the fluid was running out, and I just pulled it off, handed it to Steve. And then rags, drain pan. That's it. No, the only special tool you'll really need, gasket, fluid, pump. That's it. One thing to verify here is to make sure you have the right gasket. There were 2 rear ends available this year. One of them is kind of like a weird square, like trapezoid looking thing, and the other one's a perfectly round one. This is the trapezoid one. This is a 2010 with the 5.4. It's a FX4. I guess the other one was the towing package or the dually or whatever, but we verified it's the right gasket. You'll have 12 13 millimeter bolts all the way around. Somebody out there is going to say they're not 13s, they're something American. I don't know what that would be. Steve.
Yeah.
What's 13 millimeter in American? What size bolt?
Shoot, I couldn't tell you right off.
Oh, well, you normally know all that.
Yeah, the conversion of metric, not all of it.
Okay, what would a 12 be? Any idea?
No, not for sure.
Okay. See, if Steve doesn't know, how am I supposed to know?
Do you want a blanket to lay on here or something?
Nope. A couple of these bolts are going to be a little rough. Just where they're at. Yeah. 6 bolts are loose. Means we're halfway there. Whoa. Face that in the comments for me, somebody. Appreciate it. We're going to go. Yeah. Yeah. I think I might put exhaust on this truck. I don't know. Think I should put an exhaust on this truck? If I do, it'll just be a cheap eBay Speed Daddy DNA motoring one. I don't want it loud. I want to keep it single. I kind of want it, you know, maybe even put the same tip on it. Be a little louder, but I don't want to like be obnoxious like most people with truck exhaust. And I don't want duals either. Just want the same look, just a little bit louder. Maybe I'll just get a muffler put in. Oh, that one's tight. Whoo! That one's a doozy right there. And I've got to watch these ABS lines too. ABS line and brake line. This thing being 15 years old now, I'm sure those would break very easy. One of the new videos, next videos me and Steve are going to work on is we've got rear brake calipers for this thing. We're going to put on and rear pads and probably rear rotors. And I've already done the oil, the transfer case, and I'm going to do the diff and the transmission fluid, and I might but drain the radiator, which holds 7.5 gallons of coolant according to the spec sheet. I was like, 36 quarts of coolant, good Lord. Jesus. But it's a big V8 with a towing package on it, so Steve used to pull campered all the way to Florida and back with this, so. All this solid axle stuff is weird to me. I haven't messed with a solid. I've never really messed with a solid axle with these springs. I'm used to solid axles. Coil springs, like a car, like my 8.6 ones. There we go. Just gotta get the right angle at it. That's what she said. Oh well. So what I did here, show y'all, those top two bolts are behind this, appears to be ABS sensor and a brake line for your crossover, your junction box, and it goes to there. So I broke them loose with the ratchet. I got a ratcheting box in so I can go behind them. Makes it a little bit easier. Last one, of course. Got it, Steve?
Yeah, I just got one little tiny piece of holding.
Try not to spill it too, aren't you?
There it is. So one little 1/8 inch.
So now what we got to do is we got to get this off. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a variety here, screwdrivers and mallets, and pick some places, start hammering in and seeing if I can break it loose. If I can get it started and then slide my screwdriver around, it'll break loose and I can at least get the fluid out. So very carefully.
Do what?
I'm talking to myself.
Oh.
Find a place here. Here to do this. Oh, there she went. Well, screwdriver went in, so. Okay, all right. Now what we'll do is we'll just slide right beside of it.
There you go.
With another one, next size up. Right here. Okay. Oh, I got fluid coming out too. Sweet. So we'll just keep working our way up. Ah. Well, we're at least going to get the fluid out. Oh yeah, I got a good pop there. Hey Steve. Steve.
Huh? What do you need?
Can you wipe that one off for me?
Sure.
I dropped it in the pan. Thank you, sir. Where's my, somewhere up behind me? There it is. I got a. All right.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Just getting the right screwdriver in there.
Yeah.
Start little and go big.
This is locked off anyway. You need it.
Okay. Let this drain for a minute. I think it's just about to come out, Steve.
Do what?
I think it's just about ready to come out. What do you think?
Oh.
You got it. It doesn't look too bad. I've seen worse. So I'm gonna let that drain for a minute. All right, Steve. Steve's cleaned it out pretty well. Got most of it off, all the RTV residue. There's a little bit left, but I mean, we'd have to hit it with acetone and everything. Good enough for the type of girls I date. So what we'll do now, it's down to just a little bit of a drip. So we will put the gasket and get the gasket lined up. And start jamming some holes back, some bolts back in. So what I'm going to do is put a bolt through it to help hold it. And once we get up there, we'll go through a few more bolts. I wonder if it's got a inside or an outside. Alright. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do this. Get it on here. Guess that we'll get one bolt started. Oh. We will get, doesn't really matter which bolt.
If the guy wasn't in a tremendous hurry, you can take a wire brush on a 4-inch grinder.
Yeah, like a flap disc.
Yeah, and just go right around that surface there, and it'll clean it up and shiny.
Yep. Okay. And then we'll do this one. Once I get, I got 3 of them started, I can let go and then just keep going in with them. I'm going to try and go up opposite of each other. That probably doesn't really matter, but okay. Go up here.
Now,
And then we'll go right here.
can you pump the oil back through where one of the bolts used to be, or has it got a bottom in it?
There's on the side, there is a fill hole.
Oh, okay.
So I can actually just...
It's not going to have a bottom in it then.
Right.
That way you could pump all your oil through there.
Yeah. I'll just pump it in. It goes in the side. Now we'll start tightening down. Like I said, we'll go.
Leave one with a blade like that.
We'll go kind of star pattern. I'll get them all. Not star, but you know what I mean. Across from each other. You know what I'm trying to say. And once I get everything good, I'll slide this oil out to Steve. So I'll go a little bit tighter. And don't spill it. Oh yeah. Okay, right here. Okay. And I'm gonna push this oil up. Oh, oil's still dirty. I'm not going crazy snug. It's basically hand tight. What I'm going to do is wipe the little bit of fluid that's left here off. That way I can tell if it's leaking or not. At the bottom, whenever I start putting fluid in here in 2 seconds. Okay.
You got a little digging to find.
All right, Steve. I need the pump and the one thing of fluid. Bring me the cut one. No, okay.
No, I'll have to cut this opening.
Well, hand me that. Hand me the one you got.
Okay.
And then bring me the one you cut top off of.
Yeah.
I'll just fill this up. Here we go. Okay. All right.
I can see this is kind of slicky.
It's fine, Steve.
If you squeeze it, it's going to come up. Yeah.
Now, will you hand me?
Yeah. Just tell me what you need.
Alright, there's your fill hole. I already took it out whenever I sprayed everything with WD-40. And I was taking the other bolts loose. I took it out. I don't know if I shot film on that or not. So what we're going to do, basically pump it full of fluid till it runs out. So I'll take this, put it in there, and we'll start pumping. Now this is 140 weight, so it's going to be thick. It takes 2.7, so roughly 3 of these bottles. So right as I was getting ready to get done, it started raining, and I ran out of fluid, and my camera died, and then my other camera didn't have an SD card in it. So now we've stopped, and I think what I've got left is enough fluid. I think I'd used a little bit of a fluid in the Miata, and the 240 definitely welded it, so I'm running a little low. Worst come to worst, I'll throw some of this Castrol 80W90 in there to top it off, but I think I'm getting real close. And the worst thing about this is now that it's rained, all the water on the truck is going to run down and drip on me. And it can be good and wet. Not in the way I like either. So I'm here to party. So it actually takes 3.3, not 2.7 like I had read online. Thankfully I found a bottle of Lucas in Steve's garage. Hopefully this will. Nope, I think it just, oh, put a little bit more in it. Make sure. I think we're full. Yep, we are full. Cool. All right. It like 2 pumps and it was full, Steve.
Do what?
Like 2 pumps and it was full. Will you take that and somehow make it just going to drain back in there? Whatever. Fix this. I only got 3 quarts. Like I said, it took 3.3. So I had to use about, I guess I had about 2.5 quarts. And then I used about 1/2 quart of that Castrol and like 2 pumps, which would probably be 0.3 of that Lucas 85 140. So it's like 75% 85 140, or it's 75% 75 140 Valvoline, 20% 80W90 Castrol, 5% Lucas 85 140. So what I'm going to do now, I've already checked, it's not leaking for now. I'm going to literally back it up to the road, pull it back, make sure it's not leaking, then I'm going to drive it around. The good thing here is I can go down, make a right, go to the end of that road, make a right, come up right there, come back, and make a left in here, and be back in the driveway. So what I'm going to do is grab my phone, I'm going to tell Steve where I'm going. Let's go for a little drive. Turn y'all around. Oop, see if he'll sit right there. I don't see any fluid trail, so that's good. One thing I am going to have done is these, from what I've read, these Ford trucks and Ford vans and stuff are bad for the ABS distribution block to get air stuck in them when you try and bleed them. So I'm going to take it to my friend's shop, and I've got the type of power bleeder that pulls fluid through. He's got the type that pushes it through, hooks up on the reservoir, and they said that's the only way really to get the air line out. So I'm going to try and do that because I'm going to change the rear. It's got new brake calipers and lines on the front. It's going to have new brake calipers and lines on the back, plus all new rotors, all new pads, so it'll have all new fluid. So this truck should be good to go. And like I said, this truck's got 183,000 miles on it, and I doubt that it had ever been done. It looked pretty rough, and in the book it said it came stock with synthetic, but that looked like conventional coming out of there because it looked like maple syrup. And plus it was getting to where if I would hit bumps, it would kick traction control in.